All right, welcome MOX Bowl Nation. We're here back here with another group stage matchup here between insert team name here and MOX Bowl. I'm Omni, joined here by the lovely Snail. What's going on, Snail?
Looking forward to this match today. Looks like it's gonna be an exciting one.
Indeed, indeed. A lot of stakes going on here. Obviously, if insert team name here wins this matchup, they move on to the playoffs. But if Mox will win this one, I'm pretty sure. Let me actually fact check myself before I do that. Uh, yeah, so if Moxpo wins tonight, this lets Teddy's and Lee Staten advance into the knockout stage. But if insert team name here wins, they will enter a three-way tie for the first seed of Group G. So this one map series will have a lot of stakes going in. But obviously, as I do every single time so far, want to shout out the charity that this Mox Bowl is being running by for the Cancer Institute Research for researching the cure for cancer. Obviously, fundraiser link will be in the chat for whoever links it. If you want to make a donation, make sure you use his barcode as well as scan it out as well. Anything will help. A dollar, 2 cents, whatnot. It doesn't matter. Just anything will help towards the Cancer Research Institute as well as just finding the research for cancer. But now we get here, we talking about this one mapper. Obviously, we have live map bans here in just a few moments. We'll take a look at those to see what's going to be going into these map bans. But let's see where we are going for this one map series. Let's look at this map bans. This is something new, hopefully. Hopefully, they've done their map bans because sometimes teams don't like to do their map bans. But let's see how this works. Apparently, I got audio in the background. I don't know where I got audio in the background, but I'll deal with that in a second. The map bans are set up wrong. I mean, all right. I mean, we'll talk about it. Snoopy or not Snoopy. Snail, me and you. I don't know why I get you two mixed up. Probably because you both start with an S. But
Okay. First of all,
we
Snoopy's name actually starts with an E.
okay.
It's
E
E
Snoopy,
Snoopy.
whatever, whatever. I just work here, okay?
So we're all the same down here in Prospect.
Apparently. But what are your predictions for this matchup between these two teams?
Um, Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't know many of the players on either of these teams. Obviously Snoopy and me. I do know Snoopy because we were on the same team. I'm wondering if we're gonna see another ISO out of her. Ash is probably gonna be on that Senti role, that lyric role. I don't know the other team too well though, so I can't say for sure what I think they're gonna be pulling out here.
Really, the only players that I know very well is Lycos and 3Do. 3Do obviously played for Sim. Had a really, really good start to the season, was unable to close it out to the playoffs, but he was really one of those players who gave that extra firepower towards Sim towards the beginning, and then obviously just faltered a little bit towards the middle. But other than that, I mean, still had a really good season. Lycos, who has been a mythic FA the entire time he's was FA, then went transitioned to RFA when he had to leave and for some doing some stuff, but he's back better than ever. And Nuke Zella is the other one that I kind of know. I think he's the prospect for the team. I've seen him quite a few times, really out there trying to grind his way, improve at the game. But really, the team that I know more honestly is Mox Bowl with Flu, obviously the IGL, the captain of Thermals. As we do get these map bans now, the live map bans for the seeing where we're going for these one mappers. But as we wait for these map bans to come in, I'm gonna keep talking about Moxwell because those are the players that I know the most. Obviously, Rizzo and Ash, the dynamic duo of PN. Unfortunate they were knocked out in the second round by KC when I subbed in for them with me and Nuclear, and it was unfortunate circumstances for them. But they still played had a really really good season. Still played really really well. Those two players, and then Naranja moved up from apprentice, moved up to expert for a couple of games for GG. Played really really well in the one game. I think he dropped 30 in one of the games. But as you see these live map bans, they are going to ban Sunset first. Obviously, a lot of teams aren't really liking Sunset very much, which is understandable. Sunset's a very hard map to play on in terms of how you're going to want to play. In terms of like your style of play, where it's fast, slow, defaulty, and whatnot. And then also Abyss is going to be the next one that's going to be banned by Mox Bowl. Abyss just barely coming back into the pool. Obviously, not a lot of teams are going to have um, experience on Abyss just yet. Same with Corrode, that's also going to be out of the equation. And then Haven as well. That was the map that Mox Bowl played in their last game yesterday, and they were able to come away with the win in that overtime. So not having that Haven could definitely maybe go against them. And also Ascent as well is going to be taken out. So that's going to leave us with just either Lotus or Bind here as the one mapper. So what do you think here, Neo? Which map do you think is going to be going for this one mapper?
If it's up to Snoopy, I feel like she's probably definitely gonna want Lotus. That was one of her strongest maps in throughout the season. She definitely knows how to, fight on that ISO. Uh, I don't really know what the other team has to do with uh some maps here, but I do definitely think that Lotus would be a strong pick for the side of Mox Bowl.
And yeah, I mean, obviously that double duelist comp with Rizzo on the, and yes, it is going to be Lotus that's going to be going into this one mapper. So obviously, I'm expecting from the side of Moxwell to run that possibly that Yoru ISO with Rizzo and Snoopy respectively on the Yoru and the ISO, Ash on that Cypher or Vice. Flu, who was playing controller, is most likely going to play that again, and then Naranja as their initiator player. So I'm interested to see if they're going to run this double duelist or they're going to change it up on us, because we've seen numerous times them change it up, and I see on the we see on the broadcast it's Emily and not me, but it's okay. It happens to the best of us. Shit. But
Okay, you can cosplay for a little bit. Don't get the other death.
I can't do as high as she does. I can't. My voice too deep for that, but it's okay. But we are going to be going to Lotus for this one mapper, as now my name is here. Omni's back in the picture. But
Welcome back.
well, I'm back.
I missed you while you were gone.
Oh, it's great to be back. But here, Lotus, one mapper, a huge, huge map for these two teams. It's either win, move on. It's either Moxbolt wins and Lee's dad and the other team that now I gotta look up again. It was Lee's dad and Teddy's. Teddy's and Lee's dad advance if Moxbolt win. But if insert team name here wins, they enter a three-way tie for Group G's first seed. So it'll be interesting to see now. Moxwell looking to play spoiler for this opportunity here, full side of insert team name here. But Lotus being so brawly, I am intrigued to see, because the last time I casted it was a Lotus game, it wasn't even close. So hopefully, we get more high octane actions for this matchup here. Cause I don't want to see a 13-3. I want to see a 13-11 or a 13-10 or even overtime here between these two teams.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last time I casted a Lotus game, actually, it was a kind of a wipeout too. I
Uh,
think the
not
score was like 13-1 or something.
not good track record for us when it comes to Lotus. But hopefully we don't get that. So hopefully we're just, for what you're knowing, we're just waiting on the R's from the teams. A few people have gone to the bathroom, but we are finally getting the R's from insert team name here. We're just waiting on one more R from the side of Moxwell to make sure that they double check to make sure they are ready before we get into this matchup between insert team name here and Moxball, as we do get the R from Moxball as well. So we're going to be wasting no more time here in just a second. We'll be getting into the agent select between these two teams. Obviously, Flu being probably being the IGL. He was the IGL for Thermals on during the regular season on in that Mythic roster. So I'll be interested to see how they pull this off. But here we go into transitions. We do have our agent selects. I mean,
Looks like we
trolling.
might see a harbor roulette from the side of Mox Bowl here.
I wouldn't be mad about it, honestly. I wouldn't. But so
Yeah, they
hopefully,
are already knocked out, so they might just be saying, hey, let's have a fun last game. Let's do a little trolling.
yeah. I mean, I'm always down for a little trolling. I know somebody here was doing a little trolling in their regular season. They know who they are. They're in this call right now. But you know. Anyway, I mean, having that harbor roulette, yeah, it's gonna be the fifth one coming out of Flu. If they go with the harbor roulette, honestly, I'm down for it. We love seeing silliness out here, and we love seeing it all. And so let's see how this is gonna pan out here. And so far, with 24 seconds left to go, they're not changing their ideas. As aside from insert team name here, they've already locked in that Fade, Raze, Cypher, Omen hovering over that Yoru. And most likely might be that play. But no, yeah, they're gonna be switching over.
Switch ups.
Yeah, switching over. Rizzo's gonna get on the Neon. He has played a lot of Neon in before, but he's been playing a lot of Yoru. So let's see how they're gonna play around this Neon. And now having, as well as, you know, Snoopy on that patented ISO, I feel like it's like mainly what she played throughout the regular season. But obviously you play with her more than I did. Would you say ISO is her main agent that she loves to play?
So it's 100% her comfort pick whenever she, you know, queues up a comp game. You know, we try to sort of build our comps around her on that ISO because she's just so impactful. She's just so powerful. She knows how to play ISO extremely well. So looking to a good performance, and this is one of her strongest maps on that agent as well.
Indeed, but we are going to be getting into this pistol round here as we do have our overlay from Spectra here today. So we'll be having these actions brought to you in this as we see it as well. But with this pistol round here, it's going to be going. I'm going to make sure that our producer is on the observer. Make sure you press that bracket, producer, so the stream sees the same thing we see, and we are good to go. Now we go into this pistol round. This might be a fast A fight here coming out of the side. Yep, it's going to be fast. Rizzo's going to take that A rebel control with this Neon speed, but Ash is going to see a lot of pressure coming out of insert team name here. Ash is going to use that Viper orb to try to see if he can cross some pressure, but Hondon is going to come in here. He's going to wide swing into Ash and take him down for the first blood, but also Nukezilla on the other side as well. He's going to find that lurk, but Snoopy's going to find the trade here and here down to a 4v3. But Naranj is going to find the kill through the smoke onto 3-2. Now Hondon's going to come in here. That Paranoid is going to be used, but he's going to try to take that fight onto Naranj. He's going to find that kill quickly, but Search gets the trade. Now here in a 2v2, it's down to Flu, Snoopy versus Search and Lycos. Search is going to sit right here in this smoke, but it's going to tap that bomb, but now Lycos is going to be behind her. Snoopy's going to get the little tap. Snoopy's going to find the kill. Now it's going to try to get that double tap, but no, it's not going to be able to get it, but Lycos is going to be here on this angle. Snoopy's down to just 4 HP. Lycos is running close. Also trying to see if he can get in there, but Snoopy finds the clutch. Finds 3 on the round to secure the pistol round for MOX Bowl.
This is exactly the kind of performance I was looking for from Snoopy. You know, it's great to see her. I think she was a little bit nervous possibly last night, but now all the nerves are out. There's no stakes. She can just, you know, have fun, have a good time, frag out. And that's exactly what we're seeing already here.
Indeed, indeed. Getting 3 on the round. Making a strong case right now to try to have a hot start towards this map. This really being a one-map series, you need all the momentum coming out of it because, you know, when it's a best of 3 or even a best of 5, you could have a slow start because you still have more maps to play. This is a one-mapper. You can't afford a slow start. And now Moxwell is going to take this A-Rebel control once again, and now it's going to be Hondon from the side, and Surge is going to take this B-main control, but here's Flu on this off angle with that Spectre in his hands. Because these Surge close by is going to pop that overheal to take another fight, but Surge with that classic wants nothing to do with it. They're just going to have to back away. Now from the side, it's going to be Nukezilla here. It's going to be close on the angle. Rizzo wants to take this fight with that Stinger. The double swing is coming, but Lycos finds 2 right away. Finding the kills and getting the Stingers. And a 3rd as well onto Naranja. And now down to a 3v2, and that's a Bulldog that can be upgraded, but Flu's going to be on this backstab as well. All 3 of these players are sitting in Rebels. They want to try to take this door control, but look. But here's the thing is though, with Flu, he has a Spectre to his name. Can he take these fights in long range? Yes, he can take the first on the Search. Now he's going to look the back away. He has those regen armor. Can use that smoke to get possibly to a deeper angle, but as for the side of Lycos, it's going to be holding this angle nice and tight. Again, just holding the space, and Flu is going to realize his possibility for 3. He's going to want to walk up, and he does find the kill with the Stinger. But Ash is here already, who has an outlaw to his name, though. He's going to have to find anything and find the value he can get. He's going to hear both the footsteps, but he's not going to find anything. Lycos is going to be holding this really close. He's going to find the first, but now he's going to have to turn it around. Well, the dink onto Ash is gonna now give away his position, but so is Ash gonna reload here, and that's gonna be Lycos on the angle first, and a anti-eco round converted for the side of insert team name here.
What a round for Lycos, getting 3 kills with that Sheriff, managing to find that Bulldog as well. I mean, that is just absolutely huge and devastating for MOX. They forced up those guns and lost all of them. Meanwhile, you know, the other team, insert team name here, has saved, but managing to pull out a Bulldog from the round and buy 3 rifles as well. It's going to be tough to come back from that one.
Indeed, indeed, but as we get into this next round, as quick as ever again, but that TP coming out from Honda is going to be coming towards that roll position, as well as the counter paranoia as well. We're going to try to Y swing into the angle, but the double hold is going to be perfect. This is trying to fight as a group. Burrito's going to find the kill on the Snoopy, and now it's going to be down to a 4v4. Rizzo's going to try to get this orb in a really committed spot. Now Lycos with this Vandal is going to try to creep up just a little bit forward to use that wall against them. Holding this box angle. Should be aware of it. Yes, that's going to be aware of it with the Prowler. Now it's going to try to spam it out Naranja. Naranja in a really bad spot. Cannot afford to do anything. Surge finds the kill. Now Rizzo with this Sheriff in his team, but 30 HP. All he has to his name where Flu and Ash are trying to get closer, but Ash is going to get peeked on by Surge, who has the Phantom to his name. Ash has to run away, who only has a Classic. Has to give up a lot of space here. And now that Han's going to come in to try to get any information in that smoke, but nothing's going to be given to him. But now the call has been made. They want to go back towards the C side because they know Ash is here with this Classic. They want nothing to do with the A side. Surge using that Phantom to try to spam out any question marks. But now the Molly's going to come in to slow them down just a little bit. Burrito has no Prowlers either, so they're going to have to be really diligent with this corner. Because the Classic's going to be used. But again, not anybody from the corners clearing it out. Ash finds 2. And Flu is there as well. Down to 3-2 here to 1v2. Which is 12 seconds left to go. Has to go now. Flu, who only has a Classic to his name. Rizzo on this flank with 30 HP left to go. But he doesn't have the bomb. Burrito does not have the bomb either. So the time is not in their favor. 3-2 finds the kill anyway. But that's another Thrifty in favor of MOX this time.
I guess I spoke too soon. You know, that was an amazing crosshold from Flu and I believe it was Ash on that C site. Flu hiding in that corner, just, you know, waiting, or it was Ash on the Viper hiding in that corner, waiting for them to push out, and they absolutely did not clear it. They used both their dogs earlier in the round. You know, that was just great timing from both of them there, holding that cross onto that C site.
Yeah, really good crossfire there with Ash in that corner, and the Omen TP and the Satchels coming from Lycos and Surge just could not find the picks. But now the paint shows, oh, you're sitting in that paint show, Naranja. It's going to walk away limping a little bit with 75 HP. Now the Haunt's going to come in and try to find anything happen, but oh, the spam by Lycos is going to get that showstopper online. Want to use it now to clear a lot of space. Snoopy's going to get hit by that rocket, but has the double tap online, so she is going to survive. Now Naranja trying to take some pop shots through that Viper's wall to see if he can get a pick with that Vandal. A little risky though, because you can see the tracers. Now the round slows down just a little bit here. As from the side of insert team name here, they're just going to hold this roll position, but look at how far up Flu is in that super deep line. Now they know exactly where they're at. They are completely boxed in on this side of the map. Flu just possibly thinking of a lurk, but there is no lurk on this side. It's all 4 players here. Now again, Naranja's just going to use that Haunt to clear out Breakable. As the call is probably going to be made to just barrel into the A side. It's the right call to make, honestly, because there's only 2 players on the side. Ash is going to get on the site now towards that back side. The Haunt's going to come in here to clear out anything. But Lycos is going to be on the hunt, on the prowl. Ash is here, committed spot, Surge just behind him. And now he's Snoopy with this kill. 3-2's going to find the kill onto Flu, and 3-2 finds the second. And Nuke with the Ghost as well. And finds the kill, tying this game right back up.
That was definitely a little bit scary there for a second. All of the attackers got trapped in A main, but they managed to just kind of barrel through onto site, managing to get those picks, you know, kind of overwhelming Ash there. There's absolutely everyone running on site at the same time. Ash didn't know where to look, got a little bit lost, ended up getting shot from about 3 different angles. And unfortunately could not find a kill.
Indeed, now we go back here. Aside from the MOX, they're going to be back on an eco buy. with just a stinger in the hands of Ash and a guardian in the hands of Rizzo, while the other 3 players have classics. Now they're going to open the door to see if they can find any picks towards this area, because they know the buy is not very good for the side of MOX. Now that spy cam is going to be used, it's going to give a lot of information, and now that paint shields as well. It's going to put him under a lot of pressure, but now it's going to be using that. I'm just going to TP into the side to try to get the pick onto Ash, but Ash is not going to get it. Now it's going to use the kill contract onto somebody as well. It's going to try to get that kill, win that kill contract, and it's going to win it out onto Surge to now get them a 5v4. Now Snoopy wants to try to take a fight again, but Lyco shuts it down this time. Rizzo down super low, and Hunden is going to take a lot of space here and command a lot of space. Now the Nightfall is going to come in to get onto that site. The counter Nightfall is going to come in as well, though. That's going to get onto all 4 players, though. They're not going to hear a thing. Lyco's with 3 on the round. Looking for the ace. No. Hunden finds 2. And a beautiful, beautiful site hold coming out of insert team name here.
That was absolute chaos. We got 2 fatals ripped, but unfortunately Lycos was just in a better position to take those fights. Manages to find 3 of them, you know, partially decayed. Doesn't matter though, I think, because he hit 2 of them in the head anyways. This is absolutely numbers dropping out from Lycos here. Absolute dominating.
9 and 2 start coming out of Lycos, the other mythic player on the side of insert team name here. They want to win this match. They want to have a 3-way tie to make things just that much more interesting in terms of Group G. Now Flu once again is going to be walking up here. He's going to find Hunden, but Hunden's going to get the kill. And now he's going to pop the not dead yet. He's going to want to try to run down Hunden, but Hunden's going to sit corner. And it's going to just re-swing into Flu and falls down. Hunden shutting down Flu in his aggressive plays. Now Rizzo with a beautiful 1-tap, beautiful crosshair placement to take down Nukezilla. He has not moved an inch though. He wants to pre-fire the angle, and he is going to find a kill onto Lycos. As now Hunden with this dimensional drift, he's going to try to use it to find any sort of value, try to find any picks. But nothing's given to him. He's going to pop out right at the worst possible time. And Rizzo's going to pop that overdrive to find more kills. He's got 3 on the round, and he wants more. 3-2. Sitting in the corner, though, is going to wait him off and get him down. Snoopy gets dinked. 3-2 is going to try to get that kill, but Snoopy says no. He's going to shut it down, but Search is there to find a kill, but you have Knife out again, but Naranja's going to find that kill, or find the possibility, as Search is going to use it from the shadows to get towards the A side to get this bomb down. Now Naranja and Ash left here in this 2v1. Search is going to try to find something in his favor, possibly a 1v1. Right now, Naranja and Ash want to play this together. Run as a duo and find any sort of mistake. Search is looking for that mistake as well. Sitting in heaven right now, waiting for something to go his way. Right now, just the gamble not paying off for Search, as aside from Ash and Naranja going to walk towards the site here. But now he's going to turn at the right time, but unable to settle the first shot. Now they know exactly where he's at. The Haunt's going to come in. He's going to find the first onto Naranja. And now he's going to TP with the fake TP into heaven. And this is a picture perfect 1v2 out of Search.
That was amazing playing. He planted exactly for heaven, you know, jump peeking that and TPing back up towards heaven. Ash didn't expect it at all, I think.
No, not at all.
It was just unfortunate that they couldn't get that bomb down when they had, or get that defuse off when they had 2 of them. You know, one sticking, one holding. He just had such amazing crosshair placement, swinging out at the exact right time to catch him off guard. Indeed,
it was really, really good, well played from Search, and just wasting too much time on that retake, just seeing if he'll make a mistake. Now Lycos is gonna find the kill on the Flu, who's again taking an aggressive line, dying once again in an aggressive spot. Rizzo's gonna be here as well with this Vandal. It's the one other hero Vandal that's in this round. You know he's gotta be kicking himself because he got 3 in the round, and then he overheated just a little bit and ended up costing them. Now 3-2 is going to stand that box, see if anybody's in that position. Hunden is going to find a kill on a Snoopy on the other side of the map. And now Lycos is going to satchel into the side as well, as going to be a TP coming in. But Ash is going to be there with that stinger to get the kill on the 3-2. But now you're going to have that side for the free. The North that's going to come in as well from the side of Nukezilla to find the info of where everybody is at here in this 3v4. I mean, Lycos is super low, but Hunden's going to try to see if he can take an aggressive fight. Playing that Yoru gives you that advantage to take an aggressive fight and then get out. Rizzo's trying to slowly clear his name. He goes with Hyundai with the crosshair placement. Once again, his elite finds that kill. And now that smoke's going to come in, and Ash is kind of suspicious of the smoke. And yes, it's going to find the kill with the stinger. It's going to upgrade to a rifle. Lycos is down to just 20 HP in a dream. Rizzo or Naranja wants to get the kill, but no. And now it's down to Ash in a 1v3. It's going to find the first onto Lycos. Needs the ace in order to win this round, but the time is just not in his favor. Search with the perfect swing, and that is the 5th round on the board for insert team name here.
I think at some point, MOX is going to have to decide, you know, hey, we either all got to save or we all got to buy, because they've been going sort of half in, half out for the past few rounds here, and it's kind of ruining their economy.
Indeed, just a little bit. I mean, Rizzo's going to have to go with that Guardian in order to full buy with the rest of his teammates. So that's what's going to have to be the option here. It's going to be a Guardian.
Sticking to those regen shields, and Rizzo down to just the light shields as well.
Yeah, Snoopy the only one with full armor. Now we go into here to see Sneeze. It's going to connect onto Naranja actually, but just going to escape with his life. Just enough. Rizzo's going to take this aggressive spot. Snoopy's going to pop that double tap as well. That means he's going to try to take the fight. Rizzo, the strength not there. Light goes to Nukezilla. Just pick apart this A side defense. As now that A side completely open. As Ash and Flu left down here in a 2v5. Hyundai sitting in the smoke, wants to possibly take a fight. Might not be necessary. But Ash wants to walk in the smoke, and Hyundai is right there waiting for it. Flu left down in a 1v5. The save just might have to be called here. The money's just not very good, but unless he could find a mistake, and that might be the first one here onto Hyundai. He's going to find the first. Now Search, who's close on this box, going to look to one-way it as well. Lycos is close by, who's down extremely low. But look at Nukezilla as well, already on this late wrap. He's going to find the kill again. I don't think he's going to be expecting this. Nukezilla's going to swing out and find the kill onto Flu. And that's the 6th round on the board for insert team name here.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did try to, you know, buy up that round. It looks like might be going to another half buy here. At some point, you know, you've got to wonder, when will they get this momentum back? They won the pistol round, and I think trying to get into that good economy again is going to be really tough, especially as these rounds continue to go forward. Losing 5 in a row is never what you want to see.
Indeed, now we go here to round number 9 as that Prowler. Now they want to change up the approach and fight towards the C side instead. Realizing the A side has not been their cup of tea right now. Lycos is going to be here with his Vandal. Ash is going to find the kill on the Search with that Guardian. And now it's going to be possibly just looking to go towards his A side. He's going to flash him, but just dodge the flash, but not enough. Lycos pops the showstopper to get the kill on the Snoopy. And now Rizzo also finds the trade onto Lycos now here in a 3v3. As Hyundai wants to take a fight, but Flu is ready for it this time. Here in a 3v2. Now 3-2 is going to take this deep position into heaven. And now 3-2 is going to hear all of this noise. He's going to hold this off angle. Is Flu going to be diligent about this enough? Yes, he is going to be diligent, but 3-2 finds the kill, finds the second as well. And now down to Naranja here in a 1v2, but 3-2 down to just 30 HP in a dream. It's going to be Nukezilla here. He's going to use that eye to see if they can spot him out, but he's not going to be here. This tripwire is going to have to be broken, so he's going to give away his position. Maybe the call... Nah, the call is made to save instead, realizing the money... I mean, he had 1900. He probably could have went for it. But, no, the save's going to have to be called. And that right there is official for the side of insert team name here. They have won the attack side for this half of Lotus.
That is definitely not what you want to see, you know. Looks like we're going to be... You did save that Guardian, buying another rifle, or save the Vandal, buying a few more rifles, but these shields are just not there. And, you know, it's like it's a little bit saddening to see, you know, they're getting multi-kills, a few of their players are, you know, dropping 2, dropping 3 on the round, but they just can't seem to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, you look from the side of insert team name here, they've been buying up those Phantoms. They have 3 Phantoms on the side, and with these 3 players on light armor, they will fall to a... And Lycos again stops Flu dead in his tracks, and he wants to swing again to He has to not dead yet, but the double swing is going to be elite, and also the kill contract used from Snoopy as well. He's going to try to see if they can get this pick. And no, he's going to lose it to Nuke. Lycos gets 3, but Naranja's close by here. And a lot of utility, paranoia. Absolutely shutting Naranja down with the paranoia, the Prowler, and that Yoru flash, leaving nothing to chance. And now it's left down to Ash in a 1v4 with this tripwire once again. Gonna break it. And now it's just gonna look to just possibly just walk away and save this rifle going into the next round, because again, no credits in the bank for the side of Ash. But if I'm insert team name here, I'm going hunting to find this gun and take it out of his possession.
It looks like Ash is maybe gonna start looking for some exit frags here. Finds the pick onto Search.
Maybe,
now,
but now
running away all the way to Seaside, a little bit scared.
Yeah, I mean, now the call was probably made to try to chase them down because of how much money they have. But Ash just runs all the way to Seaside, just making sure that he can keep this rifle into the next round, considering he has 0 credits in the bank.
I think they seem to be, trying to fight out this A space, but the insert team name here is ready for it every single time. It's just not working out for them. They're, throwing blinds, throwing that raise nade early to get some chip damage. And, they've got to change it up here a little bit. Try to maybe, sit back, see what happens. If, they try to run out this clock, they might get a little antsy, and the attackers might get a little antsy and start making mistakes.
Indeed, I mean, Flu having died twice more than their actual rounds, this is being round number 11, and he has 12 deaths right now. Now, once again, they still want to fight this A side. They still want to just make sure they have this A rumble control. And with Ash with this Viper's Pit online, he's going to use it now. A little late on that. And now he's going to have to try to get out of this pit. Now the Nightfall's going to be used. He's going to scan onto 2 players. Nukezilla's going to find a kill onto Rizzo. And Snoopy on the other side of the map on alert. And now this Viper's Pit makes obsolete. But Hunden's going to fall to Ash. Now down to a 3v4 here. Now looks like on the side of Nukezilla, he does have the neural theft online if he wants to use it, but is opt to not use it instead. Wants to just play with his team here in the 4v3, using this lurk smoke to try to get into a better position. But look at 3 doing this spot. He's in a really good spot. He's gonna play in the smoke, and Blue can't settle the shots with the classic. Down to a 1v4. As it's now down to a 4v0, and that's the 9th round for insert team name here.
Last round in the half.
It was absolutely, the Viper ult was a good play, maybe a little bit late. That Yoru ult coming out from the attackers, just pushing into that Viper ult, finding exactly where Ash was playing, and at that point you've kind of just got to back out. And they were running through the Viper ult to get onto site, but ultimately that chip damage isn't going to do too much if there's no one there to capitalize on it.
Indeed, I mean, it's the Nightfall, the Dimensional Drift, just using all of it to flush Ash completely out of the pit. And now Rissa with that relay bolt to try to get something to it, but I don't know if they know, but 100 TP on this side. The overdrive is going to be used, and now Hunden is going to get shut down instantly. And now from the side of insert team here, they have to run away. Now Rissa wants more. He's out for blood with that overdrive. But now overdrive's going to be gone though, so now he's going to not have that to fall back onto. But that haunt was beautiful. Catching on to Snoopy, Lycos gets the kill, but Rizzo finds that trade. Now, with this operator in his hands that was dropped by, I'm pretty sure by 3do or someone else, and he just picked it up as they were running away. And now using that smoke to cancel out the one-way. But Flu is going to be right here to try to see if he can hold down the fort here. Rizzo finds the 3rd onto 3do with that operator. Now, here with 3 on the round, they cannot throw this again.
Exactly
the North that's going to be used here from Nukezilla to get information on where they're at. And they know exactly where they're at now. Nukezilla takes the pop shots, but Flu finds the timing to swing through B main. And now it's Search here in a 1v4. He did clutch out a 1v2. Can he possibly do it, but double this time? He's going to TP on the side, and Ash is going to be there in a beautiful off angle. And now, as it's going to be possibly Snail, the 9-3 curse could be in effect.
I definitely am ready for MOX to start coming alive. Hope they can use that last round to start building up some momentum, make this a little bit more interesting of a half. We'll see how this attack side goes.
Obviously, Flu, who is really, really good at commanding on the attack side, I think, you know, on defense, he struggles just a tad bit. Still a decent IGL enough to where he can make the right reads on defense. But on attack, I think is where his bread and butter is. So let's see it now being down 9-3. Can he make that comeback happen? Because right now, not only does Flu's IGLing got to be on point, but everybody's got to be shooting right now. Because Naranja, 4-10. Snoopy had a hot start down to 6-11. And Rizzo came alive in that last round, getting 3. Now it's going to be a fast B hit. And it's going to look to try to get the kill on the search, but instead, it's going to slide to his demise. And now Flu finds a trade. But here's Lycos close by, looking to try to find a pick with that ghost in his hands. The undercut's going to be used as well to try to force them back. Hunden, who's in this poison cloud here, is going to try to see if he can fight. But Flu finds the kill onto Nuke first. Snoopy finds the kill onto Hunden. Now down to a 3v2, but the side of Ash and Snoopy are so low. Snoopy 27 HP. Ash not so far behind. Lycos is going to find that kill onto Snoopy. Down to a 2v2. He's going to find it, get onto Lycos, and 3-2 finds Naranja with a 2v3 conversion to get the pistol round and possibly add that nail to the coffin.
That was perfectly played from Lycos and 3-2, swinging out of those angles together, holding each other, getting those trades, and there was a few little messy moments there from MOX Bull. We had Rizzo sliding in, you know, staring down Nukezilla, but not pulling the gun out, trying to get a little bit closer to get some work with that frenzy, but ultimately falls.
Yeah, we go into this next round. It has to be a force buy coming out of MOX Bull. It's going to be that 3 Stinger, a Bulldog, and a Spectre. He's that haunt to clear out everything. 3-2 did get tagged by just a little bit, so now they know he's possibly there, but Lycos with this Outlaw as well. And now it's going to look to go towards that tree angle. Now it's going to use that C-Snake combo. I think that got onto Snoopy, but Snoopy's going to survive just long enough. But 3-2 here just close by, but Rizzo with that slide. Snoopy's one finds the kill onto Hunden. Now down here to a 5v3. This force buy is going to be already really, really good. Flu gets into drop angle with this Bulldog. Snoopy finds the kill on the search as well. And now down to a 5v2 once again. This force buy going to perfection for the side of MOX Bull, but Lycos with this Outlaw can do damage if he can find the answers. But so far right now, not really much is given to him besides Naranja, who's close by, but the no-scope from Lycos is going to get that kill. But there's Flu here, but the whiffs a little bit, but does settle the shot last second, and Rizzo finds the kill onto Nuke, and the force buy for the side of MOX Bull works in their favor.
That was definitely a good plan, forcing up some guns there. They kind of just, you know, went through tree, took those short angles with the Stingers, ran them down on site. You can't shoot, you know, 3 players at once. So definitely some good calls there. We'll see if they can convert this a little bit more. Picked up a Judge, picked up an Outlaw, and only Lycos bringing a Sheriff into this round. You know, we've seen him do some nasty work with that, so we'll see how it goes.
Indeed, as we go here into this next round, I mean, so far, just the back and forth in the early rounds. We're talking like in the first few rounds of each half, back and forth. Pissed around for the side of MOX Bull in their favor. Then they lose an eco. And then they win the next round, and then they just proceed to lose. But now Ash with this Outlaw finds the kill on the Hunden, who's on this flank. Now they realize a lot of people are going to be on this flank. That's not Viper's Molly's going to be used. But Search finds the kill with a classic. But Rizzo with that Judge is going to find the kill. The Prowler's going to get the information that's going to lose multiple people there. Rizzo's trying to slide in with that Judge, but cannot get the kill. Nukezilla's going to find that kill, as now it's going to be the 3v3. But Flu's going to be there with that Bulldog to find that pick onto Lycos, and now down to a 3v2. The bomb's going to get planted by Naranja here. Flu wants to just make sure he can police these weapons. There is an Outlaw and a Judge close by, so it could be dangerous. Now he's going to try to jump across, but Flu's there to settle the shots. And now down to 7 HP, but 3-2 is going to find that kill anyway. Now it's a Bulldog in that could be picked up if so chose. Now right here, Naranja, who only has a share to his name, decided to just bonus into this round, not wanting to buy anything up. 2v1. You're trying to make a decision whether he wants to use those weapons or not. Gonna use that haunt into tree to clear it out for the most part. But now that with that bomb planted backside, it's going to be very, very difficult. Now that bomb's smoke as well. 3-2 just has to get away. There is not a chance that he can win this round. He's going to get away and possibly save that Outlaw going into this round. As Naranja and Snoopy falls, but it doesn't matter. Their economy is flourishing.
That was a great round from MOX Bull. holding onto that flank nicely. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going, moving into these next few rounds, and make up some ground.
I mean, it all starts really one step at a time. You're down 5 rounds. You're on the stronger side of Lotus. It's a matter of, can this team wake up right here, right now? And this is where it's going to matter the most. This is going to be the full buy versus the full buy in this favor. Nukezilla with that spy cam is going to use that to try to get some early information, but it's going to get broken immediately. He's Snoopy now. Going to get this orb to get one away from her kill contract. The smoke's going to come down as well, but look at the rotations coming out of insert team name here. Already just getting into the C side, despite the barely any noise coming out of the attackers on this C side. But that haunt's going to come in. It's going to only clear onto one player that shot it. But now again, Flu inserted into this deep mount position. Nukezilla is going to look to jiggle a little bit, saw Snoopy possibly for a second. But now Nuke is going to swing and get the kill on the Snoopy. Now Flu's going to be here on this side. As again, look at the panic coming out of insert team name here, though. They're starting to wonder just a tiny bit if this is a fake. But now it's not a fake anymore. Flu wants to go to this spot, wants to go to this side because he hears the rotation coming out of Nukezilla. And now they have this bomb site for free, but it's still a 5v4. They have to find a pick right here, right now. Either take some aggression or just hold your off angles. But from the side of insert team name here, they're waiting for any sort of aggression. But they're not want to give it to him just yet. Ash takes some pop shots through. It's a waterfall. Nothing's going to give it to him. Because now Fluke's going to use that decay to try to stall them out just a little bit. And the smoke's going to come down as well. He's going to use that smoke close. But Hyundai finds the kill. But Rizzo finds the kill on the Lycos as well. They're not dead yet. It's going to be used. It's going to get the trade. But 3-2 is there as well. With Naranja as well and Rizzo down to a 2v1. The one who opened up the round in the beginning here on that kill on the Snoopy down to a 1v2. Gonna try to tap the bomb. It's gonna use that nightfall. Not gonna get cleared out though. But Nukezilla just a little bit of damage onto Rizzo, who's down so deathly low. But the time is not in his favor, and Rizzo gets the 1v1, getting 3 on the round. Finally coming alive.
It was an amazing round. You know, a little bit messy there. They were up a few numbers, but they did manage to secure it. And now, it looks like we're finally getting some momentum back. They do have enough to buy. Looks like mostly going in with maybe one judge possibly. Hopefully they can win this eco from the side of insert team name here.
Hopefully, I mean, sometimes all it takes is one mistake and you end up losing out on an eco round. That's something you cannot do here. Going towards this C side here, but those tripwires are going to be close by, but Rizzo is aware of those possibilities. Wants to just wait. Going to get closer with that judge and gets the kill on the Nukezilla. And Hondra's going to be right close by as well. But not wanting to go any further, but oh, Search with a beautiful shot with the share is going to take down Ash. And now that's a rifle upgrade, and that right there could definitely be the difference maker. Snoopy with this Vandal as well is going to look to back away and not want to give up another fight. That paint shell is going to come in to take that space in their favor. Here in this 4v4, but Search with that rifle definitely do damage. The Prowler's going to scan on the Snoopy as well, who is fairly close by, wants to take a fight. The Paranoia is going to be used as well as the Haunt. Now the Nightfall is going to be coming in, but Rizzo is so blinded up and cannot settle the shot from Lycos as Snoopy finds the kill as well onto Search. Rizzo with that judge in his hands is down to just so low HP, but Hunden is going to find that kill, but Rizzo with another kill with that judge. And 3-2 has it all to do with barely any time left, and Blue finds the kill. And that is just 3 rounds away from tying this up.
That was a beautiful opening from Rizzo there, running at that Cypher with the shotgun, getting those trips down, getting that utility out of the way, and they just take the site for free from there. And, you know, obviously it's very hard to retake with just pistols when you're going up against Vandals, not knowing where people are, swinging into those angles. You know, they did get one of those rifles upgraded for Search, but not able to convert it. And now we're moving into this full buy here. Nukezilla does have the judge, however, maybe preparing for Rizzo to run at him again.
Indeed, now we get into this round here. It's another full buy for full buy here. But Hunden finds the kill on the Snoopy on the other side of the map, and now it's going to TP out, but oh, but look at Nukezilla! Doesn't understand the possibility of a second person there. And now the trade goes in favor. Now down to a 4v4, but look at the rotations coming out of insert team name here again. Over-rotating so much. and getting over into the C site. This is so detriment. This could be the answer that the side of Moxball needs. As Rizzo wants to just make so much noise. But that haunt is going to give them a lot of information though, because it wasn't broken. And now they have a realization that's going to be there. Search is going to be close up though in this position. Now they know that they've been faked. The A side completely in the favor of the side of Moxball.
That was, I think Moxball starting to get a good read, letting these over-rotates come in.
Indeed, Rizzo gonna find the kill on the Lycos after the showstopper not going in their favor. The knife falls well for 3-2. They're not gonna hear a word, not gonna hear a thing. Naranja finds the kill, down to a 1v2 with the dimensional drift that's been activated, but Search finds the kill instead. And what was a really good round, a really good call out of Moxball does not go in their favor as they were able to secure this round. And now just one step closer to getting that three-way tie.
Yeah, I think after Rizzo gets spotted out by that Fade Haunt, gets spotted running over to that A site, they need to take it a little bit faster and speed up. Just not able to get into quite as favorable positions to fend off that retake. But they did, insert team name here did have to use 3 ults to secure that round. So we've got some ults, 1 away, 2 away. On the side of Moxball, we do have that overdrive from Neon and Rizzo ready to come out. We'll see if they can convert it.
Now it's going to use that Prowler to get the skin onto Hunden, who wants to stay just a little longer than he wants to, but he does get the kill on Hunden, and he's instantly out. Hunden gets the kill on the Naranja. Now, just like that, the power of the Yoru. Just such good crosshair placement. And Lycos finds the lurk again onto Ash, just punishing these lurks completely. And now from the side, look at the rest. They're just abusing the fact they don't have a Senti on these flanks. And now Search, they're on the backstab on the Flu. I think from the side of insert team name here, I think they found the answer to stuffing this attack, as now they get on to map and series point.
They discovered that, running back and forth from sites through spawn wasn't working, so they said, hey, let's just take their spawn, box them in. They seem to send 1 lurk, we'll take care of them, secure the round for free.
Indeed, just taking control of just what they want to do on defense, realizing that they cannot sit back as much because they don't want to get fooled again. And now we go into here, it's do or die from the side of Moxball. If they want to keep this map alive, they have to go the distance. They have to go 5 in a row. Now the overdrive is going to be used, but that relay bow was used to perfection. But the haunt wasn't broken as 3-2 finds that trade instantly. And now he's going to back away, knowing the damage is done. He's done his part. And now pick up the rifle from Ash. That double tap is gone as well from the side of Snoopy, as Hunden has been on fire these last couple of rounds, getting these easy shots and these easy kills. Playing that Yoru now, just taking some pop shots and wants to just back away. But again, the round slows down.
There was definitely something to be said about 3-2's fade here. And you have to wonder when they're going to start breaking those haunts, because they're just getting so much information, getting those scans, spraying through those smokes. And, Rizzo's probably going to be pretty mad at his team there for not breaking that haunt. He could have done a little bit more with that overdrive in the round.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be kicking yourself if, nothing happens on that. But now the From the Shadows is going to be used to clear out the C side. But, I mean, the read is just spot on from the side of insert team name here. They are just fully stacked on the A side. No doubt that they're going to be coming to this side whatsoever. And now that the noise has been made, is making sure that they're going here. And Search and Hunden find the kill, but Flu finds the trade. Down to a 4v3, now 2v2, but now make that a 2v1. They're not dead yet, it's going to be popped. But now the bomb has to come down. Flu knows where he's at, wants to get this kill, and will get it onto Nuke. Now down to a 2v1. Just like that, though, they're not dead yet, proving futile for the side of insert team name here. It's going to use that dark cover to try to find anything, to try to get anything going. That shoulder peeked out. Naranja finds a great timing. And what could have been disastrous was handled well by Moxball.
That was a great sort of final push onto site there. I think they were slowing down, trying to see if they could catch any more of those quick rotates. But that Ulman ult onto the C site, catching nobody, and the call was made to just stay there, and eventually they ran out of time and had to decide, okay, let's just go, guys.
Yeah, I mean they had basically 3 players on the site with 1 player watching that B main that B site as well in case they walked out towards that site. But with the timeout here coming out for the side of Mox Bowl, it's going to be like interesting what they're going to talk about. It has to be like something that they saw that they want to catch, like they want to talk it out. They want something to go their way because right now it's do or die. You got to win 4 rounds in a row just to even send it to overtime in order to have a chance to win this map and then force insert team name here to not possibly move forward with the tiebreaker. So right now, insert team name here only has that 1 round to win, but sometimes that is the hardest round to win.
Absolutely. And, especially Moxbull coming back from a 3-9 half here, making it all the way up to 8. There's something to be said about that as well. Hopefully they can, get a few more rounds in, make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe we can see some overtime action here.
Maybe, but right now, going into this round, look at the side from the side of insert team name here. Nobody on that A side. They want to do a C trap. But look from the side of the red, they want to just wait. But Lyca's caught asleep on the wheel, and so is Search. And they break apart that trap within an instant. And now 3-0 misses the siege just a little bit. The Prowler's going to be used as well. The Hunt is going to be here into heaven position. The bomb's going to come down here on this B site. They take this breakable position. I think that door is not broken either, so they have to realize nobody's there. That Prowler getting a lot of info onto 3-2, but he's going to back away with his life. Snoopy, who is just holding his off angle here. Same with Rizzo, holding close. All 3 players are towards this waterfall. 3-2 taking some pop shots, seeing if they're going to give him anything. But I mean, I think the save might have to be called here. All 5 players alive on that B side. It's very hard to retake as Hunden is going to fall. As 3-2 trying to see if he can find any damage that he can do to these players. But Ash is just shutting it down instantly. Nukezilla is going to find that rifle and run away and save here. And they go again. That's the 9th round on the board for the side of Mox Bowl.
That was an amazing execute from them, falling into that B site. Flu does manage to get the kill on Nuke as well, so they don't save any rifles. But Lycos, taking that early aggressive B angle, doesn't manage to secure the kill. It gets, double swung by 2 of those players, and they play that perfectly off of each other. And what a beautiful round from Mox Bowl. You just want to see that every single time.
Yeah, you want more of that, more of those just decisive plays that you want in order to just keep clawing back into this game with just 3 rounds separating from overtime or a map win for the side of insert team name here. But again, they have the same setup they had as last time. They want to do it again. Hunden barely survives with just barely any HP. Same with Nuke as well. Nukezilla, 20 HP to his name. Snoop is going to use that undercut to just turn off their abilities. Rizzo's going to take the space as well. He's going to break that tripwire. Snoopy finds the kill onto Hunden. And now, just Nukezilla on the side from the other 3 players from Lycos to 3-2. And want to just lurk and get this flank going. Lycos finds the kill on the Ash, but Naranja instantly finds the trade. But look at the pack from Rizzo, Snoopy, and Flu. They just want to take that CT control decisively. And now they know where they're at. The remaining 2 players are at. The dink on to the side of Naranja, putting him down to just 5 HP. But the crossfire is just going to be too much. It might just be a die to spike moment here. I don't think, barring an absolute miracle, double digits has been found by Mox Bowl.
Yeah, that decision is going to be made now to just sort of die to the spike. It looks like Mox Bull's going to try and run away, save some of those rifles. It was absolutely instrumental in getting that early damage on 2 of the insert team name here players. They kind of just ran down that C site, and then again, insert team name here having those pistols makes it incredibly hard to retake. Hunden did have that hero rifle going into the last round in the Phantom, but doesn't make any work of it, dies in Waterfall, and unfortunately that kind of shuts down your hope for winning the round.
Yeah, you would hope like when you're that Yoru player in that mountain position, you want to try to get one, then get out. But I mean, there's just so much utility coming at him. Rizzo just running right at him, forcing him to get away. But now I will say this though, with the look at the economy from the side of insert team name here, this is a do or die. If they lose this round, it's a good possibility they're going to be on an eco. Now that kill contract going to be online for the side of Snoopy. That clone could be detriment though. He's going to possibly look to use it in case that uses that kill contract. But now has to put it away because of how much forces coming in. And now the close not going to be a factor.
It's you and me.
Needs that kill contract. Just get on to Hunden. Now this is a big 1v1 if Snoopy can win this out. He's going to try to settle the shots and does. Nuke just find a trade onto the Ronja, getting the spike down. Now they're going to have to try to get this bomb down here in a 4v4, but look at Flu wants to look to re-wrap. Oh, a lot of damage on to Rizzo. Do that spam. I know if that's also going to be used. Not going to give away the position that Flu is going to be here, but they want to run away. They want nothing to do with this side. But that Neuro that's giving away exactly what they want to do. But the attackers can technically beat the defenders here if they are fast enough. Guys, look at Lycos. Wants to get close enough. Wants to get to this angle first. And he is here first, basically. But now look at Rizzo's going to get this bomb down. Lycos is going to be close by. But doesn't settle the shots. Flu with perfect being able to just hold his teammate. 3-2 does find the trade, though. Down to a 3v3. Big that 3v2 as Rizzo falls. And now the Viper's Pit has to be used. 3-2 wants to take this fight, but Flu is just waiting for it. Completely in favor. And now Surge, who's down to just barely any HP, wants to take the fight, but Flu is there to shut it down. Now down to Nukezilla, and it looks like an unwinnable position here in this 1v2. Flu is going to swing out unnecessarily, but Nuke does not want anything to do with the round. It looks like the call has been made. Despite it being a 1v1, the Viper's Pit is just too much to handle. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Snail, one round away from overtime.
I definitely am, very happy with how this second half is shaping up. We saw a few more players getting active here from MOX Bowl, getting some shots. Flu now 22 kills. Rizzo just behind with 20. It's definitely making for a lively game here. I'm really excited to see if they can pull this out, especially now that insert team name here is going to be going to a little bit of a light buy.
I mean, as I was saying in the last round, like, it was going to be do or die. They were going to go into this round, barely any credits to their name, and now there's going to be a possibility that we could go to overtime. Honda's going to have to get out who has that judge in his name, and the Aha's going to get also broken as well. But again, from the side of Moxwell, they're just going to back away and just relieve that space because of how much attention was given, and all the rotations that just comes in at the same time as well. Now Flu's going to get that not dead yet online, now has that ready to go. Nuke, who has that cam, that tripwire, luckily broken in time. Flu's not going to perish because of it, but now the C side completely left open. Now looking from the side of Rizzo, wants to hold this flank, and that's exactly what Search is going to do, and I think Rizzo's going to hear it. Nuke finds the spam kill onto the Ronja. Rizzo, who's going to be here close, he turns around the worst possible time, and now this flank coming out of Surge could be elite. Hunden with this dimensional drift is going to come in. Now the paranoia as well, but Rizzo finds the kill on the Surge here. Flu, but Hunden with the judge as well, and so does the kill with Lycos, but Flu finding the kills. That has to pop, the not dead yet. A lot of things got to go his way though. Trying to movement, can't do it. 3-2 with the kill, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is insert team name here, converting the three-way tie for Group G.
What an absolute game. It was 3-9 on the half. They brought it back to 11-13, so definitely a strong effort from MOX Bowl, but unfortunately they just couldn't secure that round. That fatal being a little bit too detrimental.
Indeed, if we look at the scoreboard, I mean, it was relatively even for the most part in terms of like the top players for both teams. I mean, Lycos 24-17, 3 first bloods. Rizzo 21-18, 4 first bloods, the battle of the duelists. I mean, you would say went in favor of Lycos, but it was also just a lot of just abilities coming out from both teams. Flu 24-23, despite the slow start that he had, he was able to come alive when it really mattered most, but just wasn't enough in order to secure that overtime. Obviously, that deficit just a little too much to overcome. But as I will be seeing, if anybody from the side of insert team name here wants to get an interview, let me check real quick. As I press my mute button again. Ooh. I mean, a really, really good series. It was looking like it was going to be a slaughter. It looked like it was going to be bad, especially when they lost that pistol round. It was a possibility that it was going to be disastrous, but luckily they were able to bring it back and to make it a 13-11, to make it a little bit more, exciting. Um,
Yeah, definitely. I think it was great to see that comeback. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to, turn around fully for them, but it was a good effort, 100%. They put up a good fight, and it was a great game from a Snoopy. I'm really proud of how well she did. Getting those ISO ults connecting, getting some of those great shots, and
yeah, I
obviously
mean,
there's something to be said about the rest of the players there as well, finding some
yeah,
great shots.
Moxville really I can't type and talk at the same time, apparently. I'm just really bad at that, apparently. But, yeah, Moxville really made it competitive, and were able to bring it back, and it was just unfortunate. It's just a little mistakes on their attack side that possibly costed them in some of the rounds. So, but we are gonna have an interview. I'm pretty sure that is Hunden that's in here because you don't have your name, but it's Hunden, right?
Yep.
All right, welcome, Hunden, the winner from insert team name here. Obviously, the ramification of this is you guys are now in a three-way tie with let me double check again. For some reason I can't remember the name. Teddy's and Lee's dad in a three-way tie with them. Obviously, I don't know how the tiebreaker is going to go for the first seed of Group G, but I just want to get your feelings on going into this matchup. Just what were the thoughts and concerns going into this match?
Honestly, not much
One
because
in
we
the
did scrim them before,
mm,
and we nearly won while we had our smokes DC because he had to do something for his mother.
oh,
So this game they were tougher than what we expected, but we weren't really worried at all.
I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. I mean, you're going up against a team who really has nothing to lose. So in the end, it could be, still dangerous, a dangerous team. But what were some of the like noticing things you guys were noticing on your attack side that made it a 9-3 half, especially when you guys were able to win that anti-eco round in such a almost dominant fashion?
One thing is they're just going A over and over again, then just rotating off of whatever noise we're making. So the moment we realize, we just listen for noise A, and then we just rush C or rush B or wherever else they were not, because they just stayed on A with like two or three people over and over again.
Good read indeed. Obviously being a 9-3 half, what are some of the things that you have to talk to each other about in order to just secure those last few rounds that you need. Because though in being in 9-3, you're so confident that you can win, and that can be your downfall. What was it like? Well, how was it just trying to like reel it back when it was starting to get close?
We're not unfamiliar with throwing second half.
Fair
If you
enough.
look at our previous games, we would always be at least up 8-4 over and over again. I don't think we had a single game where we weren't up at least 8-4. And after we would just throw second half and nearly lose.
I've been there plenty of times where I'll have my 9-3 halves, 8-4 halves, and then the next thing you know, it's just too close for comfort. But Snail, you have any other questions as well?
Uh, Not quite, not really. I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, obviously, once we get into the playoffs, we'll have longer matches, longer match days with these eliminations, as well as these best of ones, getting them out of the way. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was Hunden from the winning team of insert team name here. They go on to win this map 13-11, secure that three-way tie with Teddy's and Lee's dad for the possible first seed out of Group G. So hopefully that will get squared away later down the road. But I've been Omni. That was Snail as my co-caster, J Dog as our producer as always. Two-way, our observer. Obviously, one last thing, make sure you guys check out the fundraiser once again. Donate any kind of money you want. Anything will help towards this Cancer Research Institute. And that will do it for us here today from the MOX Bowl. As once again, insert team name here wins Lotus 13-11. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, chat.